a youngin', do it all for the G. I'm holding conversations, tapping the mental. We tryna build like a king. Sit down with G Connect, gotta think. While spitting the game with B's, I gotta shout out today. As a youngin', do it all for the G. I'm holding conversations, tapping the mental. We tryna build like a king. Sit down with G Connect, gotta think. While spitting game with the B's, I gotta shout out today.
Yo, it's your boy Yuck Mouth from Generation Conversation, man. Tap in and log in to my guys, man. They keep it live. You dig? Yada da.
Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Jag. I'm out here rocking with G Connect. You know what I'm saying? Just had a wild little conversation. You niggas tune in, man. You gonna get something special from the boy. See me out here, man. ISE, courtesy of Old Red. You know what it is.
West, hand and though. Yeah, we tapped in, baby. We tapped in with who? The Generation Conversation, man. Y'all need to be a part of the convo, you heard me? Hey, look, shout out G2 Beats. My boy Bill blasting them over there, putting in that work, you heard me? Hey, look, y'all need to tap in. Generation Conversation, the G Connect. Subscribe to him on YouTube, you heard me? And just know, we don't Jersey.
So these rappers could go out and catch dope cases and gun cases and never go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was listening to an interview with my son, and he had quoted, not to keep shitting on the homie, but he had quoted, he said, God keep blessing all the trap niggas. And he said, where you at, nigga? Because all the trappers that I know is getting life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All these niggas is getting stretched out.
Yeah, you niggas get bouncing right back out.
With silencers and AR-15s and known gang members. Like, I don't know about y'all city, but that's not flying. Like, they had an injunction on our neighborhood, and they used rap to convict people.
Past
songs. And I don't knock nobody what they do to get money, because I was doing what I had to do to get it too. So I don't judge no nigga and they hustle and they grind. All I'm saying is they gotta be smarter. You gotta be smarter. You gotta, if there's a difference between a rapper and a dude in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got rappers and then you have businessmen that rap. So businessmen that rap, they treat it as a business. And, you know, businesses take work to succeed. And then you got dudes that's talented but never make it. I mean, they got the gift to rap. You know what I'm saying? But rap is more than that.
It's a business.
It's a business. If you in it to feed your children.
Right.
But like I said, it's different because back then you needed at least $40,000 to make an album. And that was in the was in the 90s.
Make a real album, yeah.
Yeah, to make, well, I mean, because where was you gonna make it at? Where was you gonna record it at?
Right.
It wasn't no niggas with studios. I mean, you could go record it in the bathroom. That's what the homies was doing and putting out mixtapes and shit like that. But I'm saying it was niggas in Dago that was going to the studio, recording studios and getting real label deals.
Yeah, because I personally didn't start going to the studio until 2000.
Yeah, but see,
there wasn't no major studios. I was going to niggas that had house studios.
Yeah, but but now check this out. In like 94, 93, the ASR 10s and the MPC 60s and shit started coming out.
Right.
And then was affordable beat machines.
Right.
Before that, you had to have like a real drum track, 48 track machine and all of that shit.
To a real actual studio.
Yeah.
Or have like you said, some rinky-dink shit at the house in the bathroom that you record to a cassette tape and pass.
We had a Casio keyboard that had 2 seconds. One button had 1 second and the other button had 1 second. And we would sample it super fast and play it back slow so we could get at least a half a sample in.
That's crazy.
Now a nigga can loop a whole song
like that. Times have changed.
Well, times have changed, and you had to want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like back then, niggas wanted to be D-boys and athletes, and you know what I'm saying, or scholars. Like, you know, if I got homies that went to college, you know what I'm saying, all off that ball.
Right.
So, you know, it was all about your choices. I just knew early that I wasn't gonna be regular. I wasn't gonna work. And then when I seen that it was niggas that thought like me on TV talking about the shit that we stood on the corner and talked about and was on MTV and shit, I was like, yeah, I want to do that.
I can do that. So you mind sharing a little more about your groups? You said you was part of 2 so far. You named.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is what happened. I'm gonna tell you the story of how I left rap and ended up coming back to it, and then ending up fucking with the homie Slick on the rap shit. So we started a group, and I started Boo started Prime Suspect in 1990. I want to say 2. In 1992, and I started Cess Mob in 1992. Suspect dropped their album, and then we was gonna record ours, and we was doing an album release party for Prime Suspect, and I caught a bank robbery case on that day. Me and Boo, the homie from Prime Suspect, together. So that's how we was finna fund the record label. We was robbing banks. You know what I'm saying? And see, this is shit that motherfuckers will take from a PR skit and then turn it into a rap. You know what I'm saying? But this is shit we was really trying to do to change our lives in our neighborhood, homie.
Right.
And we was popping. You know what I'm saying? Like we was popping. Like we was foreign whips and shit, Cadillacs and shit back then as teenagers. So our transition was to that. So I ended up going to the pen and getting 13 years. So my rap career from 14 to 19 ended at 19. Without no project out or none of that. Just really street cred from shows and shit that we used to do. Like we would do shows and bust over other people's beats. A whole show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like some cypher shit. But well, I go to jail and I do my time in the feds, and I'm in there rapping because I'm in the feds with like rappers.
Right.
Like I was in TI with Jay Diggs, you know what I'm saying? And Lompoc with Mac Dre, you know what I'm saying? Like Seth the Gaffler from Frisco, like a lot of Bay cats, you know what I'm saying? Big Y was across the street at the camp. So I stayed abreast of the hip hop scene and all of that because it was really what I thought it was going to be before I got to jail.
Right.
Because you got to remember, like the years, they sound long, but like I was locked up for the whole death row era. So as a West Coast blood rapper, you know,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Who was on some West Coast blood rapping shit then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I like missed my chance. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm sitting in jail writing raps to, you know what I'm saying, to all of that shit. And then I see the homie Slick in the Murder Dog magazine. The homie Seth the Gaffler, rapper from the Bay, from Frisco. He pull up on me with the magazine and say, "Hey, this your homie," because he know I'm from Lincoln Court, and you know, and he knows Slick. So I'm like, "Yeah, that's my homie. Where you know him from?" And he like,
with D and G2Bs, a generation conversation. If you ain't got the patience, get on.